For anyone looking to start a business, the word entrepreneur should be a naughty word. So 2 weekends ago, there was the U-Launch competition here at UMass. Entrepreneurially minded students of UMass decided to come together and work in a hackathon style manner to take their ideas from 0 to 1, from just an idea into something that actually has credibility and value that maybe can be turned into some kind of business or further out. During that competition, I saw a bunch of different things that I would like to bring to light, and that is all surrounding the concept of toxic entrepreneurship. The toxic entrepreneurship I speak of is using the word entrepreneur or all the surrounding terms that are associated with entrepreneur and how that can poorly affect your long-term vision of your project. Right now, being an entrepreneur or being a business owner is like the hip, cool thing to do, and as a result, a lot of people who are working on some kind of side stream of revenue, or they have like a little bit of an idea that they're trying to develop, like an app or some kind of product, they actually end up using the term startup or business, or they use the self-label entrepreneur in order to explain what they're doing. And that's really dangerous because what ends up happening is you see lots of bad effects come from that. For example, at the U-Launch competition, there were like 3 categories of people. There were the group of people that were just kind of doing that U-Launch thing for fun. They didn't really see it as more than like a resume booster or anything more than that. There were the group that saw Hack UMass as a real tool to actually develop their idea into something more than that. And then there was the last group that already saw themselves as an entrepreneur. They saw themselves as owning this great idea that could be a business. They saw themselves 10 years from now as like a multimillionaire on a yacht, oysters, whatever. And that group is the last group that it's so dangerous to self-label entrepreneur, to label your project anything more than just a project or an idea until it gets some credibility, that I actually see the group 2, the group that actually sees U-Launch as a tool, being more successful than the people who have this grand scheme of things to develop their idea but already having self-labeled entrepreneurs. So there's this idea in being an author that you shouldn't ever tell somebody that you're writing a book until that you have some tangible proof that you've written it, because by saying that you're writing a book, that's enough gratification from a psychology standpoint to fill your need for actually writing your book that day, that week, whatever. And so in the same way, calling yourself an entrepreneur, calling your business or your idea a business, calling your idea a startup, all of that can actually lead you into that self-fulfilled thing where you already fulfilled the need to work on it, so for the day at least, or for the week or the month, and you don't feel the need to actually do the hard work that is required. As you actually saw, I keep slipping up because it is such a compelling thing to do, is to say, oh, it's a business, oh, it's a startup, oh, it's whatever, and as a result, people are actually doing that in person and really hurting the long-term progress of their ideas. So in all honesty, the real simple solution is to just remove those words from your active vocabulary. So you can definitely say the word entrepreneur. You don't have to remove that completely from your vocabulary. So definitely don't use it on yourself. Use it on somebody else. Use it on Tony Robbins. Use it on Bill Gates. Use it on Steve Jobs. Use it on Elon Musk. Any of those people who are entrepreneurs and actually deserve the title, but don't use it on yourself, and definitely don't call what you're working on unless you have physical, tangible sales that are of any significant degree, you have a business license, you have all of that. Don't call that anything more than just an idea or a side project, because that's all it is. It's a side project. It's maybe making you a few $100s, but it in itself is not a business. It's not complete in its entirety. So all this talk of entrepreneur all this talk of saying the word entrepreneurship and how it's bad might give you the perception that I don't believe that entrepreneurship is good. I 100% do. I'm working on I almost slipped up again. I'm working on a project that right now is hopefully going to transition out from 0 to 1, and then from 1 to wherever we are. And how we got started was with the U-Launch competition. We won the first place prize of $500, and that allowed us to jumpstart so we can actually get some MVP to test and talk to consumers with, to have them try it, see how it feels, give us feedback, allow us to revise both our product, our packaging, our brand, and allow us to develop from that 0 to 1 stage. Taking advantage of all the resources that campus has at your disposal, like the U-Launch competition, like most recently this weekend's Hack UMass competition or event, and then also other things like MIT holds a competition that we actually applied for, and there's $30,000 on the line. There's like the Valley Venture Mentors program that helps accelerate ideas into the developing stages of it being a business. Even the on-campus Berthium Center for Innovation. All of these resources are really helpful, and that's why right now the startup culture that's in the US is right now focused around colleges, because that's where people are seeing the fact that conventional business isn't going to work, and that the resources on campus really will help them take an idea, this intangible idea that they have, and move it from just an idea to a product that they can actually, product or service that they can actually work on, and then maybe move it into the next stage where they actually can get sales, they can get mass production, whatever they need, and then move on out and actually not have to get that conventional job, which is what I'm trying to avoid, hopefully, in the long term at least. So thank you for watching. I hope that my idea of removing the word entrepreneur from a self-labeling standpoint might help get people to avoid the pitfalls of the entrepreneur track in life. I'm studying entrepreneurship here at UMass, and I'm trying to avoid using that title at all costs until I actually have a successful business behind me to give myself credibility and authenticity whenever I speak. The 3 areas that I'm interested in sharing and making videos about are 1, Crohn's, 2, lifting and fitness and general health, and then the 3rd is the entrepreneur side of things, developing businesses, developing ideas. Please like and subscribe. The feedback that you guys give through comments will help me develop my ideas and develop what kind of future videos I'll make.